There you are, you little multinucleide, not plant kind of life form punk. Why I dislike fungi. Life isn't simple. And by that I don't mean you struggling to get a job with that art degree. Biology isn't simple. Yet, we have some smart people and biologists who have built up a decent understanding how stuff comes together in a way so that we could call it life. Fungi is some of that life. And I utterly despise it. Well, to be quite honest, they just freak me out a bit because they are weird and complex and absolutely menacing. Don't get me wrong, I do like the taste. Only the taste. Here is what's wrong with fungi. They aren't plants. Every other humble non-animal life form on this planet has the decency to build its cells from cellulose. Nuh-uh, said fungi. Weak game. You know, these tiny tanks on legs with exoskeletons. We want that too. Give us that. So they're made out of chitin. Like insects. Also, they have 2 nuclei because 1 wasn't enough apparently. That's why I don't like them on my pizza. They pop out of nowhere as well, given the right conditions, which includes an awful lot of conditions. Of course, they can't teleport yet. They must have gotten there somehow. What do you think these funky flaps are for? Do you see those dots? If you ever saw a science fiction movie and some alien mothership dropped a swarm of drones, freeze the frame, start counting. Oh, you can count them. Laughable. These alien hangars have their walls built from tiny invasion machines in unfathomable quantity. You know pollen, probably. They get into your nose, you sneeze. They don't want to be there either. There's just nothing for the pollen to breed there. Those are spores. No need for fancy flower-shaped landing pads. Spores are the D-Day landing crafts of the fungi army. Because fungi have some Julius Caesar appetite for invading places. And once they are there, they duck stuff up their way. I didn't take biology classes as soon as I could stop taking them. But I do remember they are kinda pulling the strings in the ecosystems, because again, unlike proper plants, they do not produce sugar from photosynthesis. No. This work is reserved for the lesser life forms, not fungi. Spreading miles across from a single spot, growing on top of the dead, pillaging the graveyard for their nourishment, growing their hentai mycelium wherever they can. Yet, without fungi, we'd be suffocating in decaying biomass. They run this floating rock, and we are dependent on them. Ever tried going without bread, without penicillin, or without beer, if you're that kind of person? It scares me. Forget conspiracy theories including lizard people. Fungi are an invisible superpower spanning the globe, monitoring and regulating their environments, allowing everything else to live, just so it can die and produce enough carcasses for them to digest. For someone this invisible, they hold too much power. Not to speak of the habit of holding other life forms hostage to milk them for their nutrients. Their biggest coup was marketing this cruelty as symbiosis. Or maybe that was the biologist's fault. These people kinda spook me too. We aren't up to their game. They're gonna be here longer than us. Happy Spooktober.